Hey guys, welcome to the Swell Suite. Happy One Wednesday. Wow, Tanisha, it's me and you tonight. What's up?
What's up? I feel like it's been a while since it's been
It
just us
has.
two.
You've been a busy bee.
Yeah, or sleep. I don't know.
Wait, you've been in Champagne.
Yeah,
Making the world jealous.
I've had quite a few trips to Champagne, but now it's tourist season, so that's starting to pick up. So yeah, back and forth, to and fro. I'm not mad at it.
Very nice, very nice.
Yeah.
So we do have a special guest. Oh wait, I didn't do the introductions. I'm falling off my game. I'm Sarita. You can follow me at Vine Me Up on all social media. And this is the Swirl Suite. You can follow the Swirl Suite on all social media. You can follow the podcast wherever you find your podcast. We are now on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Google Play, and wait, am I missing one? Spotify. Yes,
Woo-hoo.
I think that's it. And
also known as everywhere.
Oh
yes.
Man, we're getting around. And again, we will be at Essence Fest recording 2 live shows. So if you're in NOLA for Essence Fest, please send us a message, send us a DM. We'll let you know our schedule. I think we will be recording on Friday and Saturday. And once the more details come out, we will let you guys know. But let us know if you have any questions.
Yeah, because then also probably drinking somewhere too. So like a little unofficial greet in the streets.
Of course. So we're going to be talking entrepreneurship today. And we have a special guest to tell us all about her business and entrepreneurship.
The most nervous guest you've probably ever had.
Oh my God, stop it.
Hey! Well, okay, I'll say the shyest probably.
Shy.
No, we've had other shy ones before that like didn't talk.
See? You see why I told you to talk and tell stories?
Yeah. I'll definitely talk and tell stories, but then like don't slide in my DMs like I need to know more. Nah. I'm joking. I'm very open.
Get a quick website link like, oh, you need to know more? Here you go. It's from google.com.
No, I am very open. I am Javon. I go by J Javon on Instagram. Executive for Nail Bed and Bar, the newest luxury nail salon east of the Anacostia River here in DC. So thanks so much for having me on.
That
introduction was all the way together.
Okay, right?
Oh, I mean, I'm just saying if that's my elevator pitch.
It's like
who you are and where you from.
That's a very good one.
I'm nervous. I'm shy. What do I do? And then, like, all right.
And then you break it all the way down.
Yeah, I mean, all the way.
Yeah, okay.
Been pushed. All right.
Well done. Well, that was a well done introduction.
Absolutely.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well, that's our show, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming out.
So, Jay, please tell us about your nail salon and what inspired you to open it.
Ooh, okay. So how long is this podcast, Rita? We didn't actually discuss timing. Because that's up there.
I do the editing. Just go for it.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So Nail Bed and Bar was actually in the concept stages for a very long time. I being a California native, family here in DC, so I came to DC very often growing up. But I'm also decided to come for college. Got here, didn't like it. But long story short, fell into the beauty industry. And when I decided to come back to DC, found that there was very little outlets, especially for nails. Something very simple as getting your nails done. Those things like that kind of make you, small steps that make a big difference kind of thing. But I loved Southeast. I live in Northeast. I always wanted to, my first apartment was in Anacostia. My husband would say that wasn't Anacostia proper, but according to me, off Naylor Road, that was Anacostia. And so I just kind of fell in love with the energy of the city. And my grandparents, they've lived on Capitol Hill for 50 plus years, but loved the energy of the city. And then when I actually moved to northeast side, which is Benning Road, Minnesota Avenue area, I found that there wasn't any place for me to get my nails done. I feel like that's such an easy thing. I would have to go out of my way or out of town And when I say out of town, that means Maryland, and we know Maryland's across the street, but what else?
Right. I was about to say. I like you was driving like to Richmond.
Town.
Like, I gotta go to Richmond for my nails.
Yeah, I would have to go out of town to actually get my nails done. And so let me speed the story up because again, it's very long. I started with Nail Glam by Gervais Co., which was a 5 free nail polish. And I actually launched it while I was doing not Design by Gervais, but Spa in the City. And that was the very first, like, you know, you see all these pop-up events and beauty events where you have all these vendors. That was kind of like the very first thing that was in this area. And I did that for a very long time. Working in Houston in the medical spa field, I did a lot of beauty events, but there was never really anything for brown girls, or that brown girls were really, you know, benefiting from in a way. So feed up to, okay, I want to open a nail salon, but I don't really know how to do it. Or is a nail salon really the goal? And that was a goal since 2012. So Nail Bed and Bar kind of came up. Sorry.
That's okay. Girl, so am I, child. So am I.
Okay. The name Nail Bed and Bar, actually, we created it in Cuba on the beach. And I was like, okay, I'm going to really do this. And we kind of came up with the name Nail Bed and Bar. And I really specifically wanted to be close in my neighborhood within a 5-mile radius of 219 zip code. There are no luxury nail salons or even a nail salon where I would feel comfortable getting a pedicure without, you know, just asking for a polish change because you don't know, you know, what the levels, the standard cleaning standards are in that space. So Nail Bed and Bar was kind of birthed out of the desire to have a luxury destination and an area or a community where most feel is undeserving or too urban or too, you know, don't spend enough money or any of the things that you may think of the ghetto. And it was definitely my mission to bring something like that. Further to that point, Black girls do nails and we do a hell of a good job and we bang out all kinds of designs. Can I curse on this?
Oh, yes, you may, girl.
Oh. You know, we do a really, really good job. And some people kind of don't think that, you know, you can be educated and do nails. I mean, I have several degrees. Some of our team members have several degrees. We just love the creative aspect. I'm a real estate agent by my regular job, I guess, and nails is my fun job. So did that answer the question of how Nail Bed and Bar came? Okay.
I love it. Yes. That's a great
story.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a great response. Story. And I've actually been to your nail salon.
Yes,
and I have to say, why are you embarrassed?
Because don't talk about the why.
Oh my God. See, I wasn't even going to bring it up. I was not even going to bring it up. I was going to say that the first time I went, first of all, how did I find out about you? I found out about Nail Bed on Facebook. Somebody posted something or liked something and it appeared in my feed. And I was like, wait, what? Where is this? Oh, no. Okay, well, I gotta go. And I think I went, and it was that day. It was a Friday, and I was teleworking. I went in sweats. I was like, well, I don't care. I'm just going to show up. If they don't have room, then I'll just wait. So I showed up, and you were so nice. You greeted me, and I don't think you did my feet, but it was just such a good vibe. And I was like, look at this. Oh, I feel good. I'm amongst.
I love it.
I feel like I'm amongst like queens. I love it. It was awesome. It was awesome.
And you rubbed. Like, what's better than that?
Right.
Yeah. Really that's our mission. Beyond just like being, you know, where we're located. The mission is that anybody that walks through these doors, they must feel we have to make sure that we make them feel like they're wanted, that we see them, we hear them, you know, because so many people come in and like, oh my gosh, it's so refreshing to have a conversation with the person doing my pedicure. Like, why is that not like the norm? And we know that the case that it is not the norm.
Girl,
so
like the other case, like that person don't speak your language. You're not talking.
Yeah. I mean, we want everyone to kind of feel, not kind of, but we want everyone to feel luxurious. Like, you know, we try to do our best in our small boutique space to make sure that every guest is actually treated like a guest. You're not just a, you know, person coming to patronize our business. You really pouring into us, and we want to pour into you.
And so, I mean, you mentioned that most of your staff are Black girls. Was that intentional?
Well, it wasn't intentional, but as an entrepreneur, a serial entrepreneur for that matter, even Black people don't want to work for Black people. So, you know, I know we're not going to go there. I have a lot to say about that. Well, you know,
part 2 of the podcast.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I always say, it's the Obama effect. You know, people voted for Obama because he was Black, and people did not vote for Obama because he was Black. Mm-hmm. You know, whether it be patronizing our business, working for our business, or, you know, whatever, it's just one of those things. You know, people Google, someone even said today, oh, I didn't know you guys were Black owned. Well, I mean, that this should be the standard nail salon. So it's nothing that we're doing that's not being done 10 times better, 10 times worse. But, you know, that's just what it is. Or people come and they're like, oh, I thought it was going to be a lot of drama. Or I thought it was going to be.
What? Like Real Housewives? Like, how do you assume? No. How do you assume that?
Because it's Black owned, it's Black managed, it's Black ran. People have these preconceived notions that it's, you know, it's ratchet. I'm like, no. I'm a closet trap queen, not out in the open. Okay?
I love it.
I love trap music in my, you know, with my husband in my house. We don't listen to that here, though. Just being honest.
It's smooth jazz at the salon. No trap.
Exactly. You know, I mean, but hey, like today we were playing Beyonce's Homecoming. Mm-hmm. It's a good girl time. Yeah. Good guy time. Guys come here, they love it. It's just, you know, it's just the place that most wish existed more. We wish that was the space that you know, was on every corner like your average nail salon. Mm-hmm. We'll get there, but not yet.
Got it.
It takes us. We got to learn how to do business wrong first, and then we'll get it right.
Yeah.
Started having some money and started exploring entrepreneurship roles and, you know, creating businesses and things like that. We'll get it right.
Yeah.
So, what's something that you used to build your business and you were so thankful that you found it?
To build my business?
Or something that's useful, something that you use for your business. Was it an app? Was it a book? Was it a person? Was it an agency?
Was it a bank? Like,
nope.
Oh, no. I mean, we bank specifically. I was very intentional about that. So we do bank with Industrial Bank.
Very nice. Black-owned bank, everybody.
Yes. So we keep our coins over there.
Okay.
But I would say something that has been the most impactful in our business was really another entrepreneur friend. I consider her one of my mentors. She's amazing. She invited me or allowed me to tag along with her for a team-based pay session. And in that session, they really talked about how salons can scale without the drama of commission or the drama of booth rent or the drama of whatever, you know, what usually happens in a beauty atmosphere. And those nuggets were invaluable that I gained just in that weekend. And so Nail Bed and Bar it's different also in that regard that we pay an hourly salary. We hope as we grow, we hope to offer benefits. We have additional benefits that our team members get to take advantage of now. But we hope to do numbers, and we want our team to benefit from that as well. So going to something like that was like invaluable. But one system that we use, you can book at Nail Bed and Bar online. We use Booker software. I don't know if I really want to recommend it because they're kind of like some different things. And they've gotten expensive. It's like, come on. So Booker and Clover, which is our POS system. So if you do any like online scheduling, if you offer any of that, that's definitely like a tool that we use.
Awesome.
Okay.
Awesome. If you were to open up a second location, where would the location be?
Ah, can I can't tell. No,
You
I'm
can't.
joking.
You can't?
No, that is our goal, actually, to open up multiple locations.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, okay, I'm not going to say that. Our second location would be somewhere in Maryland.
Yeah.
A lot of people kind of coming from all over.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe like up in Marlboro, Bowie area.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But probably before then, we'd
That
probably
disappointment in your voice, Sarita.
Huh? What'd you say?
That disappointment in your voice.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got some thoughts, but go ahead.
no. The
already
other
got one
part
of those
would be
so-
the other location would be Congress Heights, Southeast.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yeah, we want to be the queen of the South,
I hear you.
queens of the South. You know, everywhere they tell us that we don't belong and we don't spend money and we don't deserve, that's where we want to be. You know.
Now, why wouldn't you choose an area like? No, you want to stay east of the river. Never mind.
No. We would definitely. We're open. East of the river has been good to us,
Mm-hmm.
and I think we found our niche east of the river
Sure.
because a lot of Black and brown people live east of the river,
Mm-hmm.
and there is the most demand east of the river. There's no luxury. I mean, now I guess I would consider them our competitors. One of our competitors opened up the second location, Capitol Hill. They offer very similar services to ours, and the setting is very similar to ours as well. So they're right in Capitol Hill, but
Mm-hmm.
we would stay southeast. I mean, wherever.
Yeah.
We were looking at a space, Rhode Island Avenue. Commercial space is very hard to find.
Mm-hmm.
Commercial space is very hard to find, especially in an evolving city
Oh yeah.
like DC, because the rates start out at $10 per square foot, and then when the street is revitalized, it goes up to $25 per square foot. So that's a lot to, manage when you're offering not somewhat premium prices for nail services. Nail services is something that's discretionary. You may get your nails done when you feel like it, and then you may not.
Yeah.
So.
Since we're on this subject, you being in real estate and you
Yes.
having a business east of
Yes.
the river,
Yes.
how do you feel about gentrification in this city right now?
Why you asking me that on camera?
That's
Oh
deep.
my God. I'm gonna need you to edit this part. I'm gonna need you to edit this part.
Okay.
So I've lived in DC since 2011. What can I say about gentrification in real estate? Real estate has been good for me, I would say, or been good to me. It continues to be good to me. My niche in real estate is really first-time home buyers. So I work with a lot of first-time home buyers or repeat customers, someone that I've sold something to and they're now they're moving, or a referral of someone, etc. So I actually don't really have my feelings about gentrification, and I want to get on board with it only because it's inevitable and it's not going anywhere. But I am not the real estate agent that will haggle. I mean, my grandfather, again, he's been on Capitol Hill 40 plus years, and he gets calls and papers and solicitations all day long. That's not necessarily my cup of tea. The community that I live in, people have been on my block 30 plus years. I never haggle them about selling or whichever. I more so try to educate them about estate planning, and if you do intend to, leave the home and the family, this is the best thing to do, etc. So because it's inevitable and it's happening all over the country, and I'm from California, I can't necessarily say that I could afford to go back and live in my home that I grew up in the Bay Area. So it's just something that I accept, not something I necessarily am excited about,
Mm-hmm.
because I do miss, even though I was too immature to appreciate Chocolate City when it was Chocolate City, I do appreciate it for that. So I wish that it still had some of those characteristics. But when I learn of people losing their homes, or people not being educated on how to maintain their homes, or knowing that, you know, they lost their home because it was, you know, due to taxes, or, you know, someone foreclosing their home and then they went in and gutted it and made it a 5-story condo, and now they can't afford to stay because of this new development. So those kind of things kind of really upset me. And, you know, the other thing, again, you know, being a brown girl, and I don't want to make everything about, you know, race, but being a brown girl in Southeast, sometimes the average buyer that's buying a $1 million home doesn't call me. You know, they don't, you know, so only, you know, we call us. So, I mean, it's just one of those things. I will say I don't like the fact that, you know, we can only get good schools when there is gentrification, or we can only get road improvements when there's gentrification. We can only get a 24-hour CVS when there's gentrification, or, you know, the Planet Fitness, or the whatever things that the community has demanded or has been in need of for some time, now only available due to the influx of other people migrating to. So again, kind of torn on that. So
yeah. We I also live east of the river, if you guys don't know, but it's very hard to even find somewhere to eat. It's a constant struggle.
Yeah, I mean, even with a new Nail Bed and Bar, I mean, we order Uber Eats for lunch from the same places. I try to make sure I patronize, you know, some of the. I mean, I can only eat for so much Thai orchid. You know, they're east of the river. No, they live in the community. They've been here for 40 plus years. You know, or more seafood. You know, there's only but so much. You know.
You know, it is interesting.
Our other host has joined us. Hey, Glennis, be on the wall in the building.
Hi, everybody. I'm sorry for being tardy. But I have a question, and I kind of know the answer to this, but I'd like to find you all's take on this. With African Americans being the number one consumers in the world, period, why do you feel, very much so, why do you feel that's the case, that you can't find no place to eat, that these developments don't come into these neighborhoods until gentrification takes place? It seems counterproductive to the stereotype that we're the number one consumers. If we're the number one consumers, why aren't you putting these type of places in these neighborhoods?
I think for me, I think it's a matter of they have to do 10 times more to get our dollar. Meaning, for example, there's a Safeway that is like, you know, should be closed down.
Oh, it's awful.
That's in our community. And the reason, if you ask them why they don't have fresh produce, why they don't have, you know, a flourishing organic section, why they don't have this or that, and they say, oh, because we vandalize it, we steal it, we, you know, open it up and eat it right in the store. We don't respect it, or they have so much loss that the gains don't even matter. So we're just keeping this open because it's a tax write-off. So when you have big box corporations that operate in that manner, I think that, you know, they may do millions in food stamps, but only 100,000 in cash dollars. And that's really where the money is. So that's part one. And then part two, we take what we think we deserve. That's why I have people that come into Nail Bed and Bar and they feel like this is too much for them. They're out of place here when they deserve to be here because they live in this community. And just because you have whatever profession or you have whatever kind of clothes or you like to have whatever recreational activities that you partake in, you don't deserve to be here. And we are here specifically for that reason. No, you do deserve to be here. You should take more pride in where you spend your dollars. So that's kind of like, it's our psyche that's kind of a little off. And, you know, we take what they've given us.
I also believe, I think you touched on it in the first part of your statement, it's all about economics. If we're not making the salary to purchase organic, or we're not making the salary to have that extramural income to do these things that don't seem to be necessities, on the flip side, we do spend excessively for things that we want to spend money on versus things that we need to spend money on. It's kind of like catch-22.
Yeah, but I don't necessarily agree 100% with economics, because I know I have at least 5 people that I can name right now that live in Southeast, rather. Oh, we opened the doors. Sorry. 5 people that live in Southeast that bring in 6 figures. They've been working for the federal government 20 plus years. They wouldn't dare step foot and spend their hard-earned dollars in a space like a Safeway on Minnesota Avenue because of the reasons I just named.
But they're not the majority of east of the river, though.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah. They're not.
And that's my point. It's about economics. I mean, we're not talking about the 6-figure salary person.
That's why we have Popeyes, Shoe Cities, things that, you got all these chains that developers want to build because they don't want to take the risk of building something else in our community that we would really appreciate. But
exactly.
Yeah. It just sucks.
It does. It really does.
Exactly. But if you wait for gentrification, you'll get it soon. It's coming, right?
Yeah. It's definitely coming.
Increasing. Home values are increasing. Schools are being renovated. Roads are improving.
It's going to price people right out. I don't know where they're going to go, but it's pricing folks out.
PG County is always open.
Yeah, they're going to PG County.
Ooh. Always open.
PG County is open. But the taxes are equivalent to a DC mortgage. But okay, that's another topic.
Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
That's part 2 of the Entrepreneurship podcast.
I got a lot to discuss on part 2. Oh my gosh.
What advice would you give a new entrepreneur? Someone who
wants to do it.
What did you say?
She said, "Don't do it."
Said, "Don't do it." That's it.
Oh no, I would definitely not say that.
No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't.
But I would say, you said I can curse, right?
Yes.
Don't shit on your day job.
Oh yeah.
Don't do it. It's so trendy right now to be like, I don't want to work this 9 to 5. And I'm like, girl, they matching that 401k because you're going to need it. You got those good benefits, you're going to need them. So my advice would be to save and be strategic. Be strategic. There's not enough planning that you can do to prepare you for entrepreneurship. There's so many things that have impacted our business in a not so positive way where, my back was up against the wall. I had to make some very hard decisions to stay afloat, to kind of keep going. But I would definitely do it all over again. Because the thing is, let your vision be bigger than you. Again, our vision is to be a part of the community, a part of Southeast where we're located. It's not about me. I'm not rich. I drive a regular old car. I live in a regular old house. But I'm happy because I know that I impact somebody every day that I come here. And our team loves to be here. And it's a fun job. So when you love what you do, of course, you'll never work another day. But to any entrepreneur looking to start a business or, basically to start a business, I would say be very strategic financially. You can never have too many streams of income, of course. And and get comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
There are a lot of uncomfortable moments being a boss. I don't know, Sarita probably tell you if you come into Nail Bed and Bar and you're like, who the boss? Everybody know, don't point to me.
Whatever, that is not.
I'm gonna come in and say just that. I'm gonna come in and be like, who the boss? Be like,
No, you know what I got a feel of when
This
I was in
podcast,
there.
everybody's gonna be asking.
No, because I'm shy and then I have to like work myself. That's a whole nother. That's part 3 is supposed to be. But it's just not really being ready for rejection. If you mess something up, when you have a baby, nobody's ready for you to tell your baby that baby ugly. Nobody wants to hear that.
No.
So it's just kind of preparing yourself for those uncomfortable moments where you have to be very humble and you have to be very focused. But yeah, you can never prepare financially, and you can't, if you can be financially stable, whatever you think your startup cost is, that's right. Double it by 50%.
Yeah.
75%. Whatever you think the operational costs are going to be, triple that by, whatever number. And be okay to start small. You don't have to start grand. Start small and grow. There's so many things. When we get off this call, I probably need to, sweep the floor, mop the floor, paint the wall, all of those things. But be flexible and don't be afraid to do the work. I have to do the work day in and day out. I was dead wrong when I thought, I can just open a nail salon. Thankfully, I know how to do nails and I'm a licensed nail tech. But God, if I didn't, Jesus, we wouldn't be here. You just wouldn't be here. We wouldn't have been able to maintain. We wouldn't be able to continue. And I had the story to how I got here is kind of crazy. I had a regular 9 to 5 until, and then, what do? You gotta make it pop, make it work.
Gotta hustle.
Yeah, exactly. And again, like I said, so many people love to hear the story of an entrepreneur, but they don't really, I'm okay to share the grit of, what happened. It's like, okay, if I can't cover payroll, I gotta go drive Uber to make sure the payroll is paid. Or what do I do if I can't afford the deposits that are required for Pepco and Washington Gas and all of those? I didn't know they were going to say, hey, you need $2,000 deposit before we can cut the water on. How am I going to do a waterless pedicure? Or a pedicure with no water?
Yeah, just get some bottles.
Exactly. So you have to prepare for all of those things. So yes, be very financially savvy. Make sure that you have a cushion. And if you can do it with your regular 9 to 5 while you have that as a backup, I would definitely say do it.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. I would suggest that more than anything. Like, don't be so quick. Like you said, don't be so quick to leave that 9 to 5. Think like, okay, I need more time. I can do it.
Well, I think on the other side, some entrepreneurs that are very successful that took that leap early, they say, I wouldn't be able to do what I did had I not quit my 9 to 5.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So you hear both. I don't know how you make that decision, but.
So,
I mean, it depends on your 9 to 5, and then I think it also depends on you as a person. Some people need more time to put into their business because maybe they have the idea fleshed out a little more, and so they don't need as much time to figure things out. Maybe they have a little more financing or they find financing. But for other people who are kind of like just starting out or just birthing an idea, who don't know how the idea is really going to flesh out. They're not sure about the money. They're not sure. They don't have a full plan together. You need to keep your 9 to 5.
Yeah.
To kind of, work that. You'll have something coming in.
Yeah, to that, I mean, I would say that I got to a point where it was a sink or swim kind of situation. I had a 9 to 5 and then I did not have a 9 to 5. And that was a very scary period. And I wrote about it on my Instagram about how, like, when that moment happened, I cried for 5 minutes, but then I had to get real gangster. Like, okay, so, you know, I'm not going to get that direct deposit in a few days. What do I do? Again, I was very strategic about my finances. So I had money that I could pull to carry us over or get us through. But the other thing is this. Okay, that happened. And then the government shut down. So that rainy day fund, that was, you know, it's like you plan for a rainy day, not a
rainy month.
Right.
A rainy 6 months.
Right. This is like a rainy season. We just gonna
exactly.
We're just gonna do a full Noah's Ark type rain in here.
Exactly. And, you know, in beauty, you're gonna have those fluctuations, you know, around this time, around that time. So there's certain things to be expected, but nothing is to be expected where, you know, people are really going to be suffering in different, you know, financial capacities. I mean, I'm married to a person who works for the federal government. And, you know, not only do you have to cover this, you have to cover home and you have to cover whatever. And so if that cushion is only to support, you know, that's all you got. You need that cushion has to cover all the mortgages, rent, liabilities, or expenses. What do you do? So again, to any entrepreneur, it's really going to be defined about, you know, what it is that you're doing. And again, don't be afraid to pivot. It's okay to quit for 6 months. And what's the worst that can happen? You complete another job application, you go back to work.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Judge your mothers if you're going to judge an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
That's what I say. I mean, because people get so caught up in, oh, they're going to think I'm a failure or they're going to think I couldn't make it. But it's not really about that. If you say, you know what, I got a good 3 months to give this a really good shot. I can cover my expenses. I can cover my, you know, whatever is my rainy days. And I can, you know, travel and kind of really go hard at this. And then if it doesn't work, then you go back to work. I always tell that, even when selling homes, if I encounter a person that's, you know, afraid about a mortgage, I'm like, what's the worst that can happen? Can you pay your mortgage by working at Uber or McDonald's or Wendy's? Because I'm going to tell you something. I'm not above any of those jobs. I just told y'all how at the end of this, I'm going to have to, you know, mop the floor. I'm not above hard work, period.
Damn.
Right. Like, and on that note, like, can we follow up? I don't know.
Yeah. Right. Can we talk about feet really quick?
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Or can we not? I don't know where this is going.
Do you watch the Toe Bro?
I do not.
You can't watch it.
What is that?
Okay, so let me tell you, I can't watch Tobro because
wait, tell Glennis what the Toe
who don't know what
Tell
Tobro
Glennis
is.
tell Glennis what Toe Bro is.
Okay, so let me tell you, Tobro actually started on YouTube. And Tobro is a licensed podiatrist. He's actually he's an extensive kind of podiatrist. I can't think of the specific name or title that he has. But he really works with people who have very severe toe trauma, or, you know, he's repaired nails. He's done some of the things that we can do in our salon. But he does some really extensive things. Like there's been people where he's had to kind of reconstruct the toenail, which isn't hard, or people that have been living with like years and years of ingrown toenails.
Okay.
You know, all kinds of like, you know, very severe fungus.
Yeah.
Okay, we just lost all the listeners.
Okay, so yeah, sorry guys.
Got you.
So this is the thing. I always say if you like watching things like Dr. Pimple Popper, which I also can't watch, then you can watch Tobro.
Yeah. Guilty.
Right.
Guilty.
Yeah, see, I can't. And see, mine's was like, babe, they should be changing lives. I'm like, no.
Not changing lives.
The same.
If I can't change your life with this good old sugar scrub and paraffin wax, then, we do refer out to our neighboring.
I was about to ask, like, what if somebody comes to you with some real jacked up feet? Like, girl, this polish, it ain't gonna help. what we about to do?
So I will say this. For one, I've never seen bad feet, period.
Come
Even
on,
if you have jacked up feet.
You lying.
Yeah. No, really, that's just who I am, because I don't feel like I've ever seen anything that could not be repaired, that could not be fixed. So, like, luckily, I have enough training to recognize when it's beyond me. So if I do see it, we automatically refer out, because either anything that goes on with your feet, there's some kind of underlying health issue.
Right.
Something that you are not, you haven't tend to.
Right.
I mean, I'm talking like issues that are beyond your average callus or corn or bunion or whatever.
Right.
And a lot of times, we're trained to work on certain things, but not all things. So thankfully, we haven't had that occur where there's been something where someone was in dire need of a medical attention with their feet. But I don't think when people say they have bad feet, they don't really have bad feet. That's just my opinion. I mean, nothing that E-File can't get. And so, again, this good old sugar scrub can't work out.
All right.
Do a little more work, but we haven't had any of the issues like the toe bro.
Okay.
Yeah. And even people that do have those kind of issues, I wish they would not go to the neighborhood salons, because sometimes they do, especially guys. I feel like some guys go to the neighborhood. I mean, I've had one guest say she told I think her father, go to them before coming to us because we way too bougie for to deal with his situation.
Oh.
And I'm like, no. We always give suggestions about what can be, at home remedies or, seeing a podiatrist. But yeah, I can't watch toe bro. It's too much. When I start seeing the blood and the pus and I can't. It's just not, I can't. How do you watch that, Sarita?
Right.
I don't know. I have a healthcare background, so I don't know. It doesn't bother me that much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Dinner and everything too.
No,
But
that's
see,
what I came to.
I cry when it's time to take my blood and stuff. I don't like
girl. Are you
anything
serious?
that's gonna hurt me. I'm not here for it.
Okay. All right.
I like pain. I don't like scary movies. They gotta go hand in hand.
What are some tips, like some basic tips of foot care that you give people?
Oh yes. It's my number one. When's the last time you had a pedicure? That was a question.
Oh, it was a question. No, I don't want to answer. I don't want to answer.
If
been a while.
If you haven't had a pedicure,
A couple of weeks ago. About 3 weeks ago.
Is your toenail polish chipped?
Oh, my toenail polish is done. Because it was in boots until it got hot. So
yeah,
now,
but what does it look like now?
Oh, I took it off. I don't like ugly. I take it off.
All right. Number one rule. If you had a pedicure in January and that was the last time you had a pedicure and it's now April, take the polish off. Get the polish off. That is the number one rule. I don't care where you are, in Paris, TT, or wherever. Get the polish off. Tanisha, I just see TT on the screen.
Mine is not. I haven't been polished since January, so I'm okay.
Okay, good. There's nothing wrong with bare nails. Bare nails are better.
Right.
Than chip polish. So that's the number one thing for me. Use your pumice stone in the shower. It's nothing wrong with exfoliating and washing your feet. Don't be, and I don't think anybody's ever admitted it, but I could just tell if you are like a shower and you just let the soap run down to the toes, you don't scrub them.
So many people.
I know. We can see it, but wash your feet. No, really, it's a thing. People really don't wash their feet. They don't
I'm laughing because I know that.
But there's a difference between washing your feet and using a pumice stone.
Well, yes, there is, but I'm saying they go hand in hand.
I want you to get to the
So
basics.
I want you to use a pumice stone. I want you to use one and make sure you disinfect it after every use.
There you go.
Your skin gets caught up in there, and that's nasty.
Exactly.
And definitely, well, wash your feet. People got to wash their feet. You have to understand that these feet carry us 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 75 years of life, and they have stories, and we abuse them. We don't treat them the best. We only pedicure them in the summer. We don't keep the nails, filed down or manicured. We don't dry in between our toes, and then it's moisture.
And then there's fungus with moisture. Understand?
I'm sorry?
There's fungus with moisture without air.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Also known as between your toes. Yep, I see how that can
Yes, between your toes. Treat them with love. Love on your hands and feet, period.
All right. I feel exposed, but we'll move on to the next one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's other questions, I'm sure. It's fine.
Okay, last serious question. Name some things people should look for in a nail salon.
Cleanliness.
I was going to say licensing.
Okay, what does that mean?
Oh, yeah, license too. There's a lot of those. When I say cleanliness, it's really not a big thing to pick up on. But if you're going into your, a neighborhood salon, it's okay, one, to ask when the last, to see the bowl being cleaned again. The pedicure bowl, it's okay to say, can you clean that one more time? If it's not being clean and you walk in, they just run in the water. You don't really know what was considered clean. One thing that stands out to me, and this may be a little quirk, I always look at the polish wall, and if they have like 5 bottles of the same color, I'm like, why? Like, you got 5 purples, the same exact purple, like, and they all have empty. To me, that just makes me feel like, they never change them out. I don't know.
Right. It's popular or trifling.
It's trifling. Exactly.
So, I mean, that and implements, like the things that they're using to clip your nails and cut your cuticles and push back your cuticles. Sometimes they don't change them. And I've actually been in a salon and it was a quote unquote nicer salon. And the same implement she used on my toes, she used on my nails. And I was like, absolutely not.
No, horrified.
Absolutely not. And just spraying them with alcohol don't work. They need to be disinfected. They need to be sanitized. There is a difference between disinfectant and sanitization. But they need to go through the proper cleaning process. So those are some of the things that I look out for. But again, you don't really pay attention to those until you're in the middle of the service. Because it's something, if you're going to a nicer salon, quote unquote, it's not always obvious, what is happening. Because you go in, you sit down, you take your seat, you sit on the sideline to wait. I mean, you can pick up what the overall cleanliness is, and hopefully that will set the tone and kind of tell you, oh, this may not be that bad. But again, I've been in some that I assume were not that bad and had those kind of exchanges or had that kind of experience.
So is it okay to go from nail to toe and not toe to nail, or neither? Do they need to autoclave from hands and feet, period?
Well, I'm saying the autoclave is awesome. Autoclaves are very expensive. The proper autoclave, is very expensive. The one that's a true medical grade autoclave. But they need to go through some kind of disinfectant sanitation, whatever's, before they go from feet to hands. Because even when you're cleaning an implement after doing a pedicure, once that skin or that callus or that cuticle is dry, it sticks to the metal implement. So if you nick me on my hand and I have some bacteria from my toenail that you done scooped up from under the toenail, and now it's on my cuticle, nah, son. No,
okay. So that's feet to hand. Well, what about hand to feet?
Same thing, in my opinion, because We use them to clean up under your nails. You know, you had curry last night, so I'm all cleaning all of that.
Okay,
from
so
nails,
period,
you know.
it needs to be clean. Okay, got you. Okay.
Please use a new set.
That's
set.
what I was trying. Okay.
Yeah, I don't care what you're doing.
Which
a new
direction?
Set.
Okay.
Exactly. I mean, the hairdresser, she doing finger waves. Don't she use like one brush to shampoo you or a comb to shampoo you, then one with the gel on it or something? I don't know. But yeah, a new set.
She got the side, whatever they call that.
Barber side.
That side. That's the
barber side. Yep.
Barber side. Exactly.
Yes. New set, please.
New set, right.
New set, new service.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right. So these are some fun questions that we're going to ask you to get to know you a little bit better. I went extremely easy on you. So.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Why?
I mean, like you said, you're a little shy.
No, okay, I'm here for it. I got over the hump.
And everybody can answer these, actually. All right. What's next on your travel list? Because you are a serious traveler.
Oh, my God. Well, I can't travel until slow season, which is like when it's cold.
Mm-hmm.
But fun travel or business travel? Or just
either.
travel?
Whatever you want to talk about.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm hoping to do Ghana for New Year's. I think everybody's kind of on that kick right now, so I may change. I would like to do Ghana for New Year's or Haiti in December. I have to go to DR for one of my best friend's wedding in December.
Yeah.
But the team and I will be in Orlando in June for a beauty conference, learning some new trends and tips and enhancing our education.
Nice.
So that's all. Yeah, not that exciting. I'm not excited about any of those.
That's pretty exciting.
You think so?
I do.
Uh-uh.
Who goes to Ghana for New Year's? Wait, Ghana for New Year's is a thing?
Yeah, Ghana for New Year's is a big thing. It's like,
oh my God, that was so huge this past New Year's.
Really?
Yes. Someone just told me today. It's called
girl, yeah.
It's called. They're calling it Afrochella. I said, what?
Wow.
Yep.
I said that makes me feel like it's kind of disrespectful.
And then they have a whole campaign called "Go Back to Africa."
Exactly.
No, I saw that.
Around.
Yeah.
And, like really getting you there. Yeah.
So the thing is, I mean, I looked into the tickets because my cousins were like, "We gotta go. Can you please plan it?" I'm always the planner.
Right.
And so I was like, I don't think I really want to plan that because I don't really want to go. Like, we can go after New Year's.
You're like, no.
Go back to like, $500 or $600 to go.
Yeah.
Because that's also
South Africa one New Year's, but sad note.
I'm a big traveler, but I like to travel on a budget.
Here, here.
I'm financially conservative when it comes to travel.
Ooh,
Smart.
not me.
Yeah. So, Glennis and Tanisha, where y'all going next?
I'll be outside of New Orleans for the Swirl Suite. And,
oh, yeah, that's gonna be fun.
And,
you got room in your room in the room.
What'd you say?
I said y'all got room in the room. Everything is booked for New Orleans.
Oh,
yeah.
We Airbnb in it, baby.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
After that, Dallas for a Blacks in Government conference, and then in end of October, November, Thailand. I'll be in Phuket and Bangkok.
Oh yes, where are you staying in Thailand?
Staying at the Como Metropolitan.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And I'm staying at the Rosewood Phuket.
I stayed at Dream Phuket. That was the best 30-minute massage I ever had in my entire life.
Whoa.
Oh, I understand the massage, the spa services in Thailand are off the chain. I'm looking forward to that.
Are you a big massage person?
Oh yeah. I get deep tissue, get the rubbing and scrubbing right now. You missed the spot.
Oh my gosh, and so in Bangkok, I'm sure you're gonna do like a Thai massage.
That
was experience. I'm not my husband's a big massage person. I am not. So I kind of cried a little bit.
Oh, I like to get them elbows.
Oh no, they like walk on your back.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
I had the big
Oh my
I
god.
do that here in the States. I
No.
got
It
a
was
girl
like
who
I
does
was
that in the
mad. This
States.
was
No,
not
I
what
was-
I bargained
I
for.
was mad. I was scared. I thought I was gonna be broken. But I will tell you this: it's no
Felt
lie.
good after.
I felt amazing afterwards.
Exactly.
But it was scary. It was scary. You like lay on the floor on these mats, and they was walking. I was like, oh no. Yeah, it was very interesting. But I hope that's an amazing trip for you, goodness.
Oh yeah, I do those type of massages here in the States where I have a girl who walks my back here. So.
What?
Mm-hmm. And so that's nothing. That's what. Yeah, I got a lot of muscle. I need you to manipulate. I don't want that old Swedish and you doing like this. I could rub myself. What? For that money, you tripping, girl? Get away. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I'm good with a good rub down. Thank you.
No, man. Get your husband to rub you down. Girl, don't waste your money on them. You need somebody to manipulate those muscles, child.
It hurts.
Oh,
Nurses aren't supposed to be painful. We're not supposed to be painful.
oh, I love
So I
you.
thought,
That hurts.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Tanisha, where are you going next?
I don't have anything planned.
Yeah,
I'm gonna just be around. Yeah, I mean it's tourist season, so I definitely don't have anything planned for like the next few months because I need to be here. So
Got it. Understood. I'll be in Cancun for a women's retreat
Nice.
in a few weeks.
okay, keep downplaying that, but all right.
yeah, that sounds like a big deal.
It's gonna be actually my first time at a luxury spa, and it's like all inclusive thing with the spa and the restaurants and all that kind of thing. So I'm excited.
Nice.
It's right on the beach.
And are
Girl,
you
use
like
everything.
with some other female bosses?
Yeah.
I always love stuff like that.
Yeah, pretty
Girl,
much.
yes.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
Then I'll be in New Orleans, and that's it for me. That's
Yes.
enough. Yeah. Okay, next question. What is your favorite Beyonce song?
My favorite Beyonce song? Okay, so I have a lot. I'm not a...
What the hell?
Are they gonna like boo me?
Like, hold on now.
Glennis just said,
Wait a
who's
minute.
Beyonce?
No. I was just gonna say I'm not into
T-shirt.
I'm not into Beehive, but I'm a fan. But right now, actually, I don't have a favorite Beyonce song.
You don't have a song
but I
of
do have
hers?
a favorite Carter song, and it's "Boss"
Okay.
by the Carters.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys know it? You should play it
Wait, I don't understand how you don't have a favorite Beyonce song.
because
The Carters is really cute. It's cute. However,
Well, I love a lot of Beyonce's music, so I don't have one favorite song.
okay, got it.
I mean, we've been playing Homecoming here in the salon, and that's been fun. Like, you know,
Okay.
you guys don't sound excited.
Okay.
Like, whatever. So we've been playing Homecoming, but right now my very favorite Carter song is definitely Boss.
Okay. All right. Glennis, what about you?
I'm trying to let y'all hear it.
Oh, okay. What
Okay.
song? Your
It's
favorite Beyonce song?
Oh, that's so
Okay,
cute.
I like
That's a good
that one,
song.
so- Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good song.
Yeah.
And now I need to hear her doing Frankie Beverly's song,
Oh,
the new one. So
Yeah.
I haven't heard it all the way from beginning to end.
yeah.
So I need to hear it and see what's going on with that. But
Mhm.
Love on Top is like my favorite of hers.
Love it. Tanisha, you got one?
I'm trying to think of like one. I don't know.
Bring the beat in. I can play it again.
Then it's like, well, I'm just gonna give y'all mine again.
I think mine is going to be. It is a hard question, but Partition, hands down.
Partition?
Yeah.
Serena. Oh, wow.
Right.
That says a lot.
Rita just telling us how she really get down.
Sorry.
Yes,
It's the
exactly.
It's the
What's
truth.
really good.
Yeah. We already know.
Hey, Serena. Interesting.
Tanisha, you got one, or can we move on?
I mean, I like Deja Vu. I like Crazy in Love. I like Love on Top.
Okay.
Run the World.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that one too.
You can't just have one. Well, Sarita and Glenn.
Can.
Right.
All right.
Glenda's can.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Tanisha knows.
All right, Jay, next question. What is comfort food to you? Name something you find comforting.
If you ever want to bring me something, you can go to Pentagon City Mall and get me some Garrett's Chicago mix.
Oh,
Oh
God.
my God. Nice.
So yeah, and
Tanisha is
So
from
I'm a
Chicago.
yes, I will brave the cold in line for Garrett.
Yeah.
I love Garrett's popcorn, but my comfort foods are anything sweet, no chocolate. I hate chocolate.
What
Yep.
in
So
the world?
Blasphemy.
What?
Black.
So that's the end of our show. I don't understand. What?
I'm sorry, I don't like anything chocolate. I don't.
In the hell? What?
No
Also,
chocolate.
look at the
You
face
can
he's
give
making.
me
So
all
that's
kinds of
means this.
cakes and cake and
Mm.
whatever else. I will drive all the way to Tyson's Corner. I always get her name. I don't know if it's Cassandra Danielle or something, but she has a bake shop in Tyson's too, and I will drive all the way to Tyson's to get a slice of caramel cake.
Mm.
I love caramel.
Yeah, that caramel, and it's like a southern caramel too. Oh my. I love sprinkles, cupcakes, anything that's sweet. I'm a sweet girl. So
Got it.
snacks and sweets are my comfort. My, how I overcome a hard day. A good Slurpee on a hot day too. Yeah. Simple.
Oh.
Many.
Okay. All right.
It depends on. For me, it's geographic. Depends
Sure.
on where
I understand that.
If I'm in Jersey and I need some comfort food, I'm going to White Castle. And
Ew, what?
I don't give a shit.
Listen,
if
she
y'all
said
like-
she said comfort. I feel comforted.
I'm-
Now I feel gassy.
I
in the
love
hour,
White
but-
I don't think that's
I don't care if it mess with y'all stomachs, the onions. I done heard all them stories. I don't give a shit.
No, I used to live in Jersey
Coming
City.
to my next comfort food. I listen to you not liking chocolate. I listen to okay next. My next comfort
But can I
food.
just tell you that I lived in Jersey City, and when I went to school in New York, and I never ate at White Castle. It stink, and you can smell it from a mile away. Okay, I'm done. Sorry, go ahead.
And that would be you, and because you ain't go to the right White Castle. You ain't come to Clifton.
Oh, hell no, I'm not going to Clifton. It's your
Oh God. Oh no. This is going down.
And you live in Southwest. We ain't go Jersey versus South.
Oh my God.
We ain't ready for that.
Fight,
After
fight,
dark
fight,
episode.
fight,
Mm.
No, we
fight.
not.
Clifton, though. Jesus.
Let's see what else do I'm a big pizza person. So if I'm in Chicago, I want some great pizza. I like deep dish out of Chicago. I like thin crust in New York style pizza. And it just depends on where I am.
I like that. I like that answer. I like that
Yeah.
answer.
It depends.
Yeah.
And cheesecake too.
I don't have that luxury anymore. My comfort food is anything American, so usually it's a burger. That's like the only thing that can get right that is American.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm.
I would eat
Fries.
croissants all day in Paris.
Huh?
I would eat croissants all day.
Oh yeah, I definitely do eat croissants all day, but that's not, since I eat them often, I don't look at that as like a comfort food. That's like a
What
quick
about
snack.
French fries, T?
Oh yeah, I eat French fries a lot, so I don't see that as like comfort anymore. It's just
Okay.
kind of a thing you just have.
Yeah.
So like comfort food, I think like, all right, hard day, things going wrong, or I just want to feel a certain way,
Mm-hmm.
then eat that. No, I eat fries and like croissants literally all the time. That's why I got these 2 extra chins now. But yeah, it's food I eat a lot, and then there's comfort food. I eat those things a lot. I eat a ton of cheese, but like that's not comfort. I be wanting stuff fried all the time because I can't get it. So whenever I go back to the States, I want to literally eat everything fried.
Your chicken, you got to do your Popeyes.
I gotta do my Popeyes. I gotta do Harold's. Like I want my fried calzone. Like I want everything fried.
Mm.
I want real calamari. Like
Oh, yum.
Oh gosh, yes.
fried.
Yum. Italian food, period.
I think
But
my
also
comfort.
like salty food and salty
Yes.
snacks.
Yeah, me.
So I'm
yeah, that's
salty.
mine too. Mine too. My comfort food is always going to be shellfish. So crabs, crab legs, clams, oysters, mussels, all of those things. But second, I've been really into soups like ramens and pho's. Oh gosh, they're so comforting right now. Oh, and I can eat them year round. So
okay, because I was about to say, and it's hot. Okay.
Oh, it doesn't matter. It don't matter.
So any particular pho you like?
My no, I don't think I'm specific. I like it with shrimp. I like the vinegar onions, the jalapenos, the mint. I pile it in there. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That's really
love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it. Love it. All right.
That sounds delish.
Name an idol you have and why you chose that person.
an
Jay,
idol.
Yeah, Jay, this is just for you.
An idol. Sheesh.
Nobody you look up to?
I always love my mama. Girl. No, but an idol. There's so many like dope women that I admire. And a part of me answering that question, I don't want to say like Michelle Obama, Oprah Winfrey, because those are, those are regular idols. Like we all love them.
Sure.
So I don't know how to answer that question.
Okay.
I mean, there's some of my mentors that I consider mentors or girls that I consider bosses in their own right. I would say I idol them because they've been in the beauty game for a very long time. There's one in particular who I would say she's my idol specifically for nails because she actually doesn't have the best reputation amongst other people, but when you see her in a room full of the true decision makers, and I'm talking about the CEOs of OPI, C&D, and whatever, they know her name, they know where she's from, they know her work, they call on her for her advice. She's a trendsetter, but for people that have worked for her, they haven't had all the best experience, and I will not say her name, but she is a Black woman that I admire because she's been in rooms with bosses, the people that are leading and making the decisions for, major moves, and I'm talking what colors come out on trend, what's going to be shown at Fashion Week, etc. And she's a DC native. I mean, wow. Yeah. So I kind of would say I idolize her for those reasons too, because I respect her hustle, and I respect that she's created a name for herself in this industry. And that's on a whole nother level. So she's in the rooms with the L'Oreals and the Revlons and the C&Ds and the, Perfect Matches and the Morgan Taylors and the Esse's and the OPIs and all of them. She's in those spaces and they know who she is. So I kind of admire that about her.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it. All right.
Interesting.
Why is that interesting, Gwyneth?
Because you didn't mention her name. And I'm going to tell you why I say interesting. Because when you have a boss like that, there are going to be people who don't like them because they have a certain work ethic and they're not letting you shuffle and jive and ruin their reputation. So I understand you wanting to be cautious and giving the name, but to be a boss in an industry, you're going to have people who don't particularly care for your work style.
You're going to step on some toes. Some people
exactly.
Absolutely.
Talk about you.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. I definitely understand that, but in this regard, it's more so I wouldn't say she's been the easiest to probably work for.
Okay.
Kind of,
Okay.
Yeah.
There's some exercise stuff we understand.
How you have that, that boss that's a B and like her.
And sometimes that's just really how it is. It's not even like, oh, this person is just, really trying to inspire greatness and get the best. Right. No, some people just can't manage other people. Mm-hmm. And they can do good work and do a good thing. They can't manage or don't know how to really talk to or handle.
They're not a people person.
Sure.
Right. Yeah, people that are, I guess, underneath them, so to speak.
Yeah, I mean, and really,
for them.
It's one of those things I always chuckle because on social media, I always see a lot of nail professionals or nail techs that are like, teaching classes and educating other nail professionals or beauty professionals. And I'm always like, but I ain't see you in this room. So I'm always questioning, like, what qualifies you to do this or do that? And, I never want to be a person to step on anyone's toes or knock anybody's hustle. But I always say, I admire that part because I've never seen her kind of toting around her accolades or trying to pawn them off on other people or, whichever. So, yeah.
That's interesting. My new idol is Rihanna. She killing the game in makeup. She killing the game in lingerie, and she killing the game in music. And
and she got some Pumas, right?
And Puma. She killing the game. I'm like, I'm coming back as Rihanna. I'm gonna be 500 pounds lighter. Shit.
What?
What?
Wow.
I just love that young girl. I'm so proud of her. If you listen, Riri, the Swirl Suite is giving you your prop.
Okay, I'm sure. I'm certain she's gonna hear this.
Yeah.
Yes, she do. Yes, she do.
Yeah, it'll get back to her.
Yes, she do.
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Look, I'm about to put on your lip balm.
You know what?
The Riri lip balm. Good for all colors. Yeah, we about to be blown up because I'm propping Riri. That's my idol.
Yeah. I love it.
Yes.
I love it. Tanisha, you got an idol right now?
I don't.
Okay.
No.
All right. I mean, y'all know who my regulars are. However,
Shonda Rhimes, I don't know.
Shonda Rhimes, Issa Rae, Ava DuVernay, those.
Yeah,
but I gotta give a shout out to Lena Waithe. So this show got mixed reviews, but I really, really liked it. I liked Boomerang. I like this series Boomerang that came out. It's not for everybody. I have to admit, it's not for everybody. But gosh, I really liked it. I liked how they
never heard of it.
Yeah, it's a Boomerang series on BET, and they incorporated different parts of the movie into the series, and I thought it was genius. The soundtrack was awesome. They somehow fused 90s music with like today's music. I thought it was awesome. So.
Oh wow, is it on Tidal? We'll play it in the salon tomorrow.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, shout out to Lena Waithe. Cool. All right, so this is your last question, Jay.
Is it a good one? I feel a way that you said you went easy on me.
I did.
I didn't answer all the questions. I thought I did okay.
You did great. You did great. Okay, so it's Friday night. Your husband sends you a text telling you to put on a LBD and heels and be ready in an hour.
Okay.
What song are you playing when you get ready, and what are you sipping?
Okay, so I did I tell you already that I'm a private trap queen? So if it's happening right now, I'm definitely listening to OT Genesis. Everybody Mad.
Okay, all right.
And it is playing at ridiculous levels.
Okay.
Super high surround sound is on.
Okay.
And probably sipping. Okay, I'm sipping on with OT Genesis trap song. I'm sipping on a French 75.
Yes, I love it. I love it.
Oh, the other thing is that let me just be clear about one thing.
Yeah.
The wine that we serve, because we do serve wine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let me say maybe and you guys will probably say it's juice. But
you gotta serve to your client.
Yes, our clients love it. Mm-hmm. They love it. Mm-hmm. And all are probably not wine connoisseurs or, you know, but it's refreshing. It's just a little something. And we have, thankful to Sarita for, you know, hipping us, but we have kind of changed it up a little bit where we offer some other offerings as well, or other options that are a little more, you know.
And that's totally understandable.
I mean, you gotta know your clientele.
Yeah,
exactly.
Absolutely.
No point of buying a whole bunch of bottles of like a Shiraz when you know everybody wants to drink.
But however, you mentioned your 6-figure clients up in there. They gonna know the difference between Yellowtail and something great. No shade, Yellowtail. Just saying.
Right, I understand
they have
that.
both options.
But I will say some of the 6 figures be like, "Oh, this is good."
Okay, all right.
They don't know wine either.
Oh gosh. So this is taking a turn. Yeah.
I'm just
saying.
Yeah, so well, good night, everybody.
Jay.
I'm like, I got 30 minutes anyway.
Again,
So,
I'm not a wine. I don't claim to be what is it? What are you? A sommelier?
Oh, okay.
No, we're all WC.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Well, I don't claim to be that, but I feel like I do have, you know, I know what I like.
I was gonna say, you like what you like.
And that's all that counts.
That's all that matters.
That's all that counts.
That's all that matters.
So when we come in there, we need to bring our own. Can we bring our own?
Right.
No, well, just let me know what you would like.
I'm just
and I'll be sure to have
make an appointment. I'm about to make. So do you do the dip powder too?
We do not do any acrylic services, only hard gel. Dip is acrylic.
Oh, okay. So we need to talk because they act like that's the new best thing. Oh, I need to talk to you.
So,
I keep hearing about that too.
The thing about dip is that it's good for a number of reasons. One, you don't have to rough up the nail with an e-file for the adhesion, and you don't have to inhale the monomer. The bad thing, though, is that the technician is still inhaling the glue because that's all it is glue and powder. So they, brush the glue on, dip your finger, and, repeat those steps. So that glue, it will make your eyes water, but it's healthier because it's less fumes for everybody. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
But it's a great product. If they come out with something that's a little more compatible with our offerings, that's something we may offer in the future. Because it's a very quick service, and I think some clients really like the wear of it because it gives you the durability of acrylic. It's just glue
without the harshness of the other chemicals.
Exactly. It is so soft. If it's a good one, it will soak off easily too.
Right.
Yeah. But when they start doing gel top coats and all that, now that just makes it a little more difficult.
Right. Okay. Whew. That's another whole world suite.
So Jay, before we go, tell everybody where they can follow you and where they can follow Nail Bar.
Okay, so Nail Bed and Bar is on Facebook as Nail Bed and Bar. On social media, on Instagram, it's Nail Bed Bar. We use the hashtag Nail Bed Bar. And they can find me hiding at j.javon, and that's j.jhavon on Instagram.
Okay, I just followed that. Jay.
Awesome.
I love it. Glennis is so supportive.
Yes, I love it. Jay.
Don't blow my spot. I'm just posting pictures with nails and glasses of wine, okay? Don't be like,
I'm commenting under every last one of them. I'm like, what kind of is this? It's so funny. Talking about? I'm going to go and comment on the last 5 posts that have a hand in the glass.
Oh, my God.
I'm committed.
You guys are...
because I'm about to go to bed. But
yeah, because it's like real early out where you are. Nail bed.
Right. That's something y'all got 3 more minutes.
Facebook, did you say Nail Bed and Bar?
Nail Bed and Bar, yes.
Okay.
And our website, you can click to it from our social media. It goes, I think you can click right to our Facebook from the link in our bio.
Oh, from Instagram?
Mm-hmm, yes.
Okay. Got you.
Awesome.
All right. Anything else,
Yes.
Serena?
No, that is it. Jay, thank you so much for being a guest on our
Thank you,
show.
Thanks for having me. This was fun.
Yay.
I feel cheated, but it's all good.
How you feel cheated?
You didn't ask the real question.
No, I asked you some
You
good
don't give me just like some fake question.
No, those are kind of real.
They were real. They were real.
Those are real.
They were real. It's not like this is an after dark show. That's what I think you
Okay,
can
that's-
handle.
Oh yeah, no, I don't think I
purposely
actually listened to that After Dark show.
Are
with
you
Woomy,
serious?
And I was like,
Wait,
oh,
Whoopi?
with Woomy.
Yeah.
Woo!
It's
That was so
cool.
much fun.
We tried to warn you. Yeah, that shouldn't have been your first show. That's not what we usually do.
I did listen to some other shows too.
Oh, yay. Awesome.
I listened to a few. I started following you guys this year. So yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, that's so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm following to hopefully learn a few things, Glennis. So, I hope you guys are
You will.
educated.
You will.
Wine,
Yeah.
We'll keep you
budding wine enthusiasts
Mhm.
on there.
There you go.
Baby steps, baby steps.
Yes, yes.
Well, that's our show, guys. Everybody have a good night. Cheers.